Hello! So today we're going to start this self-portrait and we're going to use correct facial proportions, which means we're going to put the eyes in the middle of the face from top to bottom. We're going to put the nose halfway between the eyes and the chin, and then the mouth halfway between the chin and the nose. So the way that we're going to start this is you're going to get a small white piece of paper and you're going to need to trace an oval on your paper. I'm going to place the oval a little bit higher on my paper just to show you how to correctly fold your paper in the next step. So when you trace your oval today, you want to press hard and make a dark, heavy mark and outline, because we're going to be folding our paper and we want to be able to see through our paper as we work. So now we're going to fold this paper to find the middle of the oval. So I'm going to bring the chin up to the top of my head. And this paper is thin enough that you can see the top of the head right there, and you can see the bottom of the head, the chin there. So are they touching? No, there's this big gap. So I need to bring this paper up until those two lines touch. Now, both lines are touching, but look at my paper, it's crooked. So I need to pull this paper this direction to line up the sides, still making sure those two lines are touching, and then I'm going to fold my paper. So please notice I did not fold my paper in half. Look at this big gap. What I did was I folded to make sure the chin and the top of the head touch. So when I open up this paper, that fold line is right down the middle of the oval. And now I need to add my eyes. The eyes are ellipse shapes, and they're going to go above the line and below the line. You don't want to draw them too small, and you want them to be about the same size. So if you look at these, it's really hard to draw two that are the same size. This one's slightly bigger than this one. So I don't want you to give up and get frustrated. I want you to take your time and just erase and see what you can do to fix. So now that's a little bit closer in size, but still not exactly the same. In order to make the eyes look realistic now, I'm going to add the iris, which is a circle that touches the top, swings down, may touch the bottom of the ellipse, and then you add a pupil inside the black dot, a smaller black circle. I don't want to see anybody just do two curved lines like this, because it kind of looks like an animal eye when you do that. I want you to actually take your pencil and draw a circle all the way around for your iris, and then add a pupil. And the pupils should be about the same size on both sides. So now we're going to do the eyebrows. The eyebrows are pretty difficult, and a lot of people get frustrated with them, but I want you to try your best. You're going to take your finger and put it right above the top of the eye. And then your eyebrow goes above or on the other side of your finger. If we put our eyebrows too close to the top of the eye, they almost look like eyelashes. And when you draw eyebrows, you're going to pick up your pencil and draw short little lines. Keep picking up your pencil. You're not going to go back and forth and do a zigzag. And they're going to start up and down like this, and then eventually they're going to start to almost look like they're falling over and curving around the outer edge of the eye. Put my finger down to make sure I don't get them too close to the eye, and add another short little lines for the short little hairs that grow out for your eyebrows. Now I can never do two eyebrows the same either, so I always have to go back and add a few here and there. So now I need to bring the chin up to the eyes. So the paper's thin, you can see through it, you can see where my eyes are right here. Bring my nose or the chin up to that crease, the center of the eye. My paper's crooked again, so I need to pull it to this side. Put a little crease, and that's where my nose sits. My nose sits on this line, and it should fit right between the two eyes. So I'm going to draw a short letter U that sits on that line. And then I'm going to start above the letter U and draw a C that goes above the letter U, swings down, and touches the bottom of the letter U. And then on this side I do a backwards letter C that swings down and touches the bottom. Now I need to find where my mouth goes. The chin goes up to the nose to find halfway between the chin and the nose. So you can see the nose through my paper. You can see the chin. I'm going to bring this up, make sure my paper is straight, crease it. And your mouth sits on this line. So your nose sat on the last line, your mouth sits on this line. And your mouth should be about as wide as your pupils, the black dots in your eyes. So I start with the bottom lip, which is a really wide, short U. So we had a smaller short U here for the nose, now we have a wider one. A straight line across, and then the letter M, the top lip. And boys always say, well, that's a girl's mouth. But our mouths are all the same. We have a top lip and a bottom lip in similar shapes. The difference between a girl and a boy lip probably is just the fact that girls sometimes wear a color on their lips and boys don't. So now the ears go between the eyes and the nose. And we have these creases here. So we know the ear starts at that top crease and comes down and stops at the bottom crease. You don't want to have them sticking out too far. And then we need to add a neck and shoulders. You don't want to make the neck too skinny or too long. And then add 2 curved lines at the base of the neck for a t-shirt. So everyone's face is similar. Similar eye shape, similar nose shape, similar mouth shapes, similar ears and eyebrows. Really what makes us unique is our hair. So how to make this self-portrait look like us is by drawing hair that looks like us. Now I wear glasses, so I would add glasses to my eyes as well. So why don't I go ahead and do the glasses first, in case you wear glasses, and then I'll show you with the hair. So if you wear glasses, you're going to start with a hill in between your eyes, 2 hills. And this is the part of the glasses that sits on your nose. And then you're going to draw around your eye, big eyeglass shape. Now you could leave it like this, but I like to draw the shape of the eyeglasses, the frame of them, so I don't do it in 1 line, I do 2, so that it's thick on the sides of the glasses. And I do the same over here. So really when you draw that first shape around your eyes, you want to give yourself plenty of space to add that smaller line. Alright, so now hair. Now I have long hair and I don't have bangs, my hair is all one length. So I like to tuck it behind my ear. So I have a side part, so I'm going to draw a curved line that goes down over to my ear, and another curved line that goes over to my ear on this side. I'm going to erase my eyebrow that's covered up on both sides. And now my hair does not sit flat to my head like this. So I'm going to start above my head and just draw a line that curves just close to the top of my head, not real high, and comes down behind my shoulders because my hair is nice and long. If my hair was shorter, so if you tuck your hair behind your ears like I do, but your hair is shorter, not as long as mine, you are going to bring this line down and then go across towards the neck and make your hair shorter. But I bring mine down to my neck. And then I erase the top of my head that goes from my ear all the way around to my other ear. And I could add some straight lines to show the texture of my hair. Now, if you have wavy hair, you would draw, and you tuck it behind your ears, you would draw that curved line behind your ear like this, but instead of it being arched and curved over the top of your head, you're going to draw more waves. If your hair is long, it'll go to your shoulder. If you have wavy hair that's shorter, you'll stop here and bring it to your neck. You erase the top of your head from your ear all the way across to your other ear. And to show the texture of your hair, you're going to draw some wavy lines. This is also good for curly hair too. If you have really curly hair, then maybe instead of wavy lines here for the texture, you would draw more swirly lines to show curls. But if your hair's just got a wave and a curl to it, just some wavy lines is good enough. If you have bangs, short bangs that go across your head, I never draw a straight line across my head because I just don't think that looks very realistic. I draw kind of a zigzag, kind of a broken for the bang, and then this is a shape, so maybe the bang comes up over the head like this. Erase the top of my head, my bangs, well, not my bangs, but if you have short bangs on your head, and then you would add your hair longer that goes behind. So that's how you do if you have short hair on your You're a girl and you want to do ponytails or pigtails. You're going to leave the top of your head because your hair is going to be pulled tight to your head. But you need to draw your hairline. Our hairline doesn't go to the tippy top of our head. It grows down a little bit. So you're going to draw an arch from one ear to the other. And then to add a pigtail, or let's say poofy hair, which I think is so cute, you could just add a circle line like this. Okay? If you wear ponytails, you would draw your ponytails hanging down from the pigtails like that. And then to make this look like hair, you would probably draw some long straight lines because your hair is pulled back real tight into ponytails here. like that. And then you could add your curls. To do braids instead of a ponytail, I'll just add a silly braid right here just to show you what that looks like. You add your ponytail holder, but obviously if we were doing braids, they would go up here probably. And then you draw a bumpy line. It's not exactly what a braid looks like, but it's close enough. And then you could draw the ponytail at the end of your braid. If you have a better way to draw braids, you go right ahead. For my boys, there's a couple of different ways that you could do your hair. Long, shaggy, well, not super long hair, but you have shaggy hair that's a little bit longer than cut real short to your head. You kind of just do a zigzag line that starts up high and comes down towards the ears. And then you do the same over the top of your head because your hair does not sit flat to your head. So you do that, and then you erase your head from one ear to the other. And then you can add some short hair here. So let's say you have hair that's spiky and sits up off the top of your head and spikes up instead of lays down shaggy like that. Then you're going to draw your hairline from one ear to the other like this. You're probably going to erase the top part of your head, not from one ear to the other, just the top part. You can just add a zigzag here. I just did a variety of different zigzags, some longer and some shorter. If you want to do them all the same, you can, definitely. Okay? And then if you have really, really short hair that sits real close to your head, draw your hairline, one ear to the other. It's real close to your head, so the top of your head stays there. And then you're going to draw the texture of your hair inside. So you're just going to add real short little lines. And I guess, you know what, if this line for your hairline bothers you, technically, I guess you could go back and erase that if you wanted. And just keep your hair real short to your head like that. But this just helps you to know where to stop your short little hairs growing. Maybe. That would be okay. I think the line left there is fine too. Either way, whatever you like best for your hair. And so, once you have your self-portrait drawn the way you want, I will tell you how I want you to finish it off. Good job.